Hey everyone, welcome back to Chained Echoes. After being stopped at the border by Matthias and actually having to fight a suit of battle armor, our team has been split up as we fell through a ravine. So Lenne and Glenn are here. We don't know exactly where here is. However, the team had discussed earlier that they were all going to rendezvous at the White Rose Inn if anything happened. So we're going to try to gain our bearings here, see where we're at, and see if we can get to the inn. Of course, things are rather problematic right now because it doesn't seem like we can really go anywhere. We can't go forward, we can't go back. Everyone wants a political advantage in this upcoming war, and unfortunately for Lenne, a lot of people view her as being that political advantage they need. If they can kidnap or kill a princess, it may provide them an edge in a war. So we've got to be extra careful here. Looks like we're still in and around the same area we were before we fell, the mountain range. Presumably we're just lower down in the mountains than higher up, because we did fall. Fighting some sort of weird bug here. What is this thing? A water fly. Alright. Luckily we're not all alone here. Lenne and Glenn do have each other. This would be a lot harder if we were all alone. Butterfly really had it out for Lenne, speaking of. Concentrated all of its attacks on poor her. It's okay. Glenn should be able to finish the job. There we go. Whew! That waterfly put up way more than a fight than I was originally anticipating. I feel like my nemesis in this game so far has been underestimating the enemies. The nemesis has been myself, completely of my own doing. Obviously, only having two of our party members very much changes the strategy. We don't have Victor the healer, for instance. So far, the enemies seem to have adjusted to us. We've only fought one enemy at a time. But I don't know if we can guarantee on that going forward. Hopefully the difficulty is adjusted to the amount of characters that we have, but who knows. TLDR is we definitely need to be extra cautious. So, we got all the loot here. Let's climb up. Looking for all the loot we can find, while also looking for the correct way to go. Can we climb up this cliff? Yes, we can right here. Getting our exercise in with all this rock climbing. You know what? I'm actually gonna hop back down the cliff. Because I see loot. The things we do for loot! Our characters apparently have knees of steel. Not only did they fall off that bridge earlier and were A-okay, now you can see they're jumping off ledges for fun, so... Everyone must have mechanical knees in this universe. Oh, we can jump down here too? Whoa! That just brought us all the way back down for nothing! Surprised we didn't lose any health. There's clearly no fall damage in this game, which is a blessing. Okay, so we're not gonna jump off that one on the left this time. We'll jump off this one, though. Off this one. Climb back up. Lots of going down to actually go up. And 2 steps backwards to go 3 steps forward. Aha! What do we have here? Whoa! More sky armor. Sky armors? These are X300P models. That's unbelievable. They are the most recent models produced by MRC. They have double the horsepower of the previous model and use less fuel at the same time. This is the biggest generational jump between models since the P100 series. Look how smoothly their joints twist before changing directions. It's beautiful. Passion does you credit. Huh? Look over there! They're mobilizing for war. How horrible. Lord Gustav Reimeyer is allied with Tarn. We should steer a wide berth around this village. Reimeyer? I have heard this name only recently. Lord Gustav is Rob's father. Ah, he's the son of an earl. That explains a lot. Do not speak ill of him. He has gone through much. Sorry, you seem to know him well. During the war, Lord Gustav rebelled against my father, but he was quickly put in his place. Rob was taken as a ward to the royal castle. There, he grew up with me. A life as a hostage. He was the son of an earl, but was not treated any better than a court maid. That must have been very painful for him. I'm sorry, I didn't know. You're awfully often sorry for something. Don't be. Okay. Anyway, let's move on. Fighting all these monsters has taken us a long of time. Either a long time or a lot of time. Little typo there, but anyway. True, but we stand no chance against most of them in battle. I'm sorry for not being much help. What are you talking about? Without you, I would have never dared to cross these mountains. Glenn, are you alright? Let's set up camp. The sun is setting anyway. Whoa, the moon looks so cool. Dark, spooky night in the mountains. Can't see much besides from the glow of the fire. Say, I know it's none of my business, but what do you plan to do about your brother? Matthias seems to have confirmed that Prince Frederick ordered the murder of Lady Parnella. Matthias is a liar. I do not believe a word he says. Get me wrong, Glenn. I'm not some naive girl who, despite all the evidence, thinks her brother is innocent. I know him better than any other person in the world, and I know exactly what he is capable of. And it's not little. But that does not mean that he gave the order in this case, nor does this mean that I cannot prevent a war by talking to him. I need to see the bigger picture with my own eyes, and not betray my brother based on the statement of someone who tried to murder me. You're right. Who else should you trust but your own family? To see the bigger picture, that was also the reason why I fled the castle. You can't understand what it's like to watch the world only on the horizon, while you sit idly in the bay window of a tower. You don't know what it's like to be locked up behind walls all your life. Actually, I know that only all too well. You do? The city where I came from was a huge prison. It was a giant pit in the ground, some rotten buildings built in mud with high walls around them. The guards opened the gates, threw the prisoners inside, and closed the gates behind them. They did not care what happened inside. The law of the strongest ruled in there. If you were strong, hard-working, and had a lot of luck, you were sold as a slave and could leave the city. Are you talking perchance about Golgotha? Yes, I was born behind the walls, the son of a prisoner. You said you could see the world only on the horizon? I couldn't even do this. I didn't even know what the horizon looked like. People talked about it, but I could not imagine it. Surrounded by walls, all I knew was the sky above me and the mud beneath my feet. You are a survivor from Golgotha? I did not know that. I'm sorry. How foolish of me. You couldn't have known. After the Jadar Exodus, I was freed and joined the band of the Iron Bull. Being imprisoned for such a large portion of my life is probably the reason why I enjoy flying sky armors so much. Up there, I feel free. I can look beyond every mountain, beyond every wall. But now, the troop is no more. When we reach Tarn, I will see to it that you are generously rewarded. You could use this as capital to start over. That is Killian's most sincere wish. If I were to choose, then tell me. Back during the battle in Warnshire, I was in the center of the explosion that engulfed it. Wait, you were in the middle of it? How did you survive? I don't know. The explosion pulverized buildings, killed people, vaporized water, and melted skin. Both Killian and I, we didn't have the slightest scratch. The cause of the explosion was... It looked like a grimoire. Not the magic tomes, mind you, but these crystal stones they put into the book's cover. It was bigger than the usual stone, and the refracted light shone in the colors of a rainbow. Grimoire, are you sure? I don't know of any with such power. Some ruler on Valandis seems to know it only too well, and Killian and I are searching for information. We want to know what this is all about. That's why you sneaked into the palace? And that's why we're traveling to Tormund and trying to help you. We would like to ask your brother to share all his information about the Grimoire with us. You speak of a weapon so powerful that it can end wars on its own. I doubt that my brother will share information, if he actually possesses any. But I will ask him, I promise you. Thank you, Lenne. This explosion is still haunting me. Finding information on what happened that day is my way of dealing with it. I will do my best to help you. Sorry. Stop being sorry! Yes, let's sleep then. The more we talk about this topic, the harder it will be for me to find a good night's sleep. So be it. Good night, Glenn. Wow, that is so beautiful. Good night, Lenne. You there! Wake up! Huh? Soldiers? Do we look like soldiers to you? What do you want? Do you know where you are? This is a holy place. You have no business here. Ah, my head! Damn it, watch out, it hurts! Sorry, we didn't know where we were. It was not on purpose. These are sacred woods. Anyone who enters this forest is sentenced to death. Why are you here, then? Hold still, or I won't be able to bandage you. We have a state of emergency. Our village, Wieland, was attacked by a beast. We wounded it badly, but the beast fled. We are chasing it before it can recover. A beast? It's like a mix of a bear and a wild boar. It has bright red eyes, and is huge. For the wounds we inflicted on it, 3 men had to pay with their lives, and 5 others were seriously injured. Sarita, we should not stay here any longer. We're all exhausted. A short break is necessary. The beast will not get far anyway. Can you forgive us for trespassing in this state of emergency? You are armed and look like you can handle your weapons. We'll rest for a moment, and then you'll follow us. Want us to help you take down the beast? Don't worry, it can hardly defend itself anymore. Don't help them, Glenn. You could put yourself in danger. Who are you? What do you want from me? Let us help. We have a different objective. Have you forgotten? I know, but haven't you heard? Bright red eyes, just like the demon at the banquet. Maybe there is a connection. Besides, we have no choice anyway, or should we be hanged for entering this forest? Of course not. Alright, get ready while we're still resting. Our little group always just goes from predicament to predicament, hey? Now we find ourselves in the middle of a forbidden forest, tasked with tracking down a demon beast. One thing, or I shouldn't say one thing, let's add it to the list of things that I'm loving about this game, is the world building and lore. I really liked that moment between Lenne and Glenn sitting around the fire where he told us about where he grew up. It had been mentioned before that he grew up in the walled city, but that was all we knew. So to hear that it was actually a prison city was pretty cool. Anyway, we may as well talk to these guys and get some information. The monster came out of nowhere. It destroyed 2 houses and a barn. We've never seen such an aggressive beast before. We have to finish it off while it's still injured. No telling what will happen once it recovers and returns. The monster's eyes were glowing red, as if it was possessed by some kind of magic. Even our local monster hunter had never seen anything like it before. We can take a break for a few minutes. The beast won't get too far. Get yourselves ready. Huh? A fairy? Stop kidding. This is no fairy tale. We're gonna chase after it anyway. Come back, fairy. Come back. What is it? It's looking less like a fairy and more like a searchlight. It almost feels like it's showing us the way. But where to? Well, that's the real question, right? Should we be trusting this magical light? Went up this way, but we'll have to go this way. Well, searchlight, where are you? Lots of loot along the way. We'd love to see that. Don't go any further. Ah! What's going on, Glenn? It hurts so much, the voice inside my head. Glenn, what are you talking about? It's here. Huh? Have you seen something? I can't really see anything. Focus, Glenn. It's a trap. Lenny, dodge! Whoa! This is Sarita's red-eyed beast. How did you know it was coming? Intuition, I guess. Do you hear their laughter? These forest spirits, or whatever they are, have set us up. Maybe we can defeat it. Look at its injuries. We've no other choice. There's no turning back anymore. Heavy, dry, oil, and wet. Oh, they're just telling us about these. Luckily, I already figured out about the oil. Heavy strengthens earth, dry strengthens water, oil strengthens fire, and wet strengthens wind. Good to know. Is there a reason they're telling me this? Because he's wet? Nope. Just telling me it for whatever reason, I guess. He has no strengths and no weaknesses. The Forgotten Boar. Holy moly, this thing is enormous. Good thing Glenn's mysterious voice inside his head warned us that he was here. Speaking of Glenn, we're going to start off with his ultra move to apply some debuffs. Too bad the rest of the people from the village aren't here to help us. Ice Age. Ouch. Okay, so he has counter physical attacks, which is not ideal. Use those oil fire combos. Get Glenn to have a quick snack. Gonna oil fire combo as much as we can. The occasional snack breaks. There we go. Thank goodness he was already injured, or I don't know if we would have been able to take him down, just the two of us. Luckily, the fire-oil combo led us to victory. There's all the victory sparkles. We did it! I don't hear their laughter anymore. The forest spirits lured us towards this monster, but why? Glenn? You do not look well. The color has left your cheeks. You should have listened to me. The beast that you defeated just now and the demon that attacked the banquet were both born from the planet. Born from Aldrea, and they share one common goal. It is to hunt you down and kill you. Do you understand, Glenn? The world wants to see you dead. Glenn! Well, that was extremely ominous. And now, looks like that's the end of their story, and we get to follow another group. So, we'll just keep going in order, I guess. Next up is Killian, Victor, and Rob. That was close. No, please don't. The amulets are still glowing, thanks to fate. Calm down. How should I? You cold-hearted mercenary may not care, but I do. Lenne may no longer be alive. We have to get away from the river first. General Matthias will be looking for us. Killian is right. Sir Victor! The general tried to kill the princess. He will move mountains to find Lenne. Luckily, there are a lot of mountains here. Let's leave the river behind us as fast as possible. Lenne is certainly doing well, as are the others. But Sir Victor, our task is to escort the princess to Tormund. I know, Rob, I know, but we have no choice. Sienna and Glenn are capable fighters. They will look out for her. Hopefully they remember our meeting place, the White Rose Inn. We can meet them there. Sounds like a plan. Let's get going. Fine. Alright, so looks like these three boys fell together. After a little bit of scuffling, we're going to try to make it to the inn ourselves. These mountains are so big that we've literally all been deposited in various places. Oh, hey, a merchant. Damn, I guess the only way to cross the mountains is through these mines. That's full of monsters. How about you go ahead first and clear the way? Perhaps I will. Do we need... Oh, he sells new weapons. Would any of this be an improvement, I wonder? How much money do we have? Oh, we have $5,800, so we can afford to buy some weapons here, I think. We'll buy the claymore. We'll buy the longbow. Buy the gladius. Oh, the little I see, the little arrow underneath the character will show if it's an increase. So, for example, the sturdy Akaton will be an increase for Killian. Okay, I see. We'll buy some more snacks because we don't have a ton. Buy some more sweets because we don't have a ton. Okay. I think that's the most money I've spent so far. So, give him the longbow. Don't have any additional accessories. We'll give him the claymore. And the sturdy Akaton. Perfect. And then we also have skills to learn. Let's see, what do we got? I like this. Shielding Mazurka. Grants HP Absorb Shield. Absorbs damage with a potency of 0.2 for 2 turns to all. Sounds like it'll be a nice buff. Let's do Paralyzed Shot for Rob. And... do Alfred's Will. Lowers target's defense and mind by 10% for 3 turns. Alright. We're all kitted up. Let's head through these mines. Weigrant Mines. Okay. Abandoned mines, huh? Do you think this is the right way? The Weigrant Mines are a vast network. If we follow the rails, we should arrive at another exit. How do you know all this? This part of Tallara belongs to my Lord Father. Quite wealthy, aren't we? Planning your next robbery? Forget it. Oh, what are these little machine things? Ash and Will, they're weak to fire. Now, I'm not used to using Rob because I don't normally have him, so I need to go through all of his abilities. Okay, let's inflict some poison. What does all stats lit mean? That's one little robot down. These little robots have a lot of health. They were not going down quickly. Again, I'm not used to using Killian and Rob, so that makes me probably a little less effective as well. Still, look at this, a transportation lorry. Maybe we can use this. Wow, that actually saves us quite a lot of time. Only when it's going in the right direction. I don't want to exit these mines just to find myself in Roland again. Well, here's a map of the tunnels. There are skulls everywhere. That doesn't look too good. They most likely symbolize collapsed tunnels or unfinished tracks. There's the map button to open a map of the tunnel system. Okay. This blinking yellow arrow shows the direction your lorry will take on the next crossing. Guide your lorry through the Weigrant mines. Hit the switches to change directions. Okay. Some tunnels will have effects on the party and enemies. Skulls is game over, rocks is damage all, poison all, heal all, stat buff all. Guess we have to use these switches to change direction and navigate towards the exit. Interesting. Oh great, so now we have to control this platform and also fight monsters? Would be boring otherwise, right? Shishi. Get ready! Alright, great. So, we definitely want to take a right at our next junction. But first we have to get rid of this... Oh, no, first... Okay, I see. So we want to go east. So we have to hit the east switch. Okay. And now we fight the monster. This thing is called a gazer. It's weak to water. Alright, let's check where we need to go next. Next, we need to continue east. Got it. This is so cool. There's so many variables at play here. I'm gonna use Killian's Ultra move. Deals high physical damage to all enemies. That was a big sword. It went right through the mountain. Wow, and it did almost 400 damage. That's pretty wild, actually. Oh, we've been poisoned. Okay. Oh, I thought the green bubbles meant healing. Clearly I was wrong. Okay. That was my own fault that we're poisoned. We need to go north now. This is actually pretty fun. Okay, now we need to go... continue north. Okay. Okay, next we're heading east. Gazer's almost dead. Nice. Now we're healed by some healing flowers, and now we need to go north, and then we should be out of here. North switch. Let's finish this thing off, shall we? Nice. Okay, I guess we made it. Some robots to greet us here at the junction. Love it. Time for Killian's ultra move. Seeing as they already have Rob down and out for the count. Need to end this battle against these robots. Beautiful. That indeed did the trick. Okay, continuing through the mines. A little bit lost here, but ooh. Lots of crystals over here. Perhaps that's what this mine is for. Mining crystals. Whoa, what is this thing? Regroup. He is big and he hits hard. Okay. Got it. Look at those abs. He's apparently a human. He must be a giant with some weird headgear. I guess. Doesn't look like any human I've ever seen. And he certainly packs a punch, that's for sure. See if Paralyze does anything to him. I'm gonna put all the debuffs on him. He's poisoned, he's paralyzed, his agility is lowered. There we go. The paralyze actually kicked in. Wow, the explosive trap did a ton of damage. That was the first time it had, like, ever been triggered. It did a lot of damage. That was great. Alright. Giant is down. We're gonna keep moving through the mines. Whoa! What was that? Me and Killian have the same thought. The megala worm. It's been puncturing holes into Volandis for centuries. It's the cause of the numerous earthquakes. Escaped death by a hair's breadth. I don't think that's funny. Great, okay, so we've got a giant worm tunneling around down here that's apparently been causing earthquakes all across the country. Not even the country, the world, in fact. A key is needed to operate the elevator and get us out of here. Why am I worried we might encounter a megala worm before we have to go? First, we're gonna encounter this guy. How many debuffs can we stack on you? All of the debuffs! Alright. Another spooky giant down. Folks, I have a feeling we still have at least a decent bit of this mine to explore, and I'm mindful that we've kind of gone over time for our episode here. I try to keep them around 25 minutes, but been having so much fun today, we overextended a little bit. So how about we call it a day here? We will leave the boys right here in the mine, and we'll pick up next time, where hopefully we don't have to fight a megala worm. Hopefully we can just peacefully escape the mines, but, you know, if I was a betting gal, I'm not sure if that's the case. So make sure you tune in next time to see what's going to happen to the gang, and until then, hopefully I'll see you guys back here again real soon.